So what if I told you I could resolve a lot of this high-profile police use of force conflict? I have the solution. It's not going to be very popular, but it's actually what we're already doing. So I think police departments all across the nation should institute the following policy. It's called Ask, Tell, Make. So when the police arrive on scene, they ask you to do something. If you don't, they tell you to do something. And if you don't, they make you do it. And actually, if you think about it, that's the way it's always been with police. Ask, tell, make. It's really not that controversial that the police would make you do something because in some instances in America, they have to do it. And that sounds controversial, but it's not. And let me tell you, this is a testimony to our high quality of life here in America. And it's a good thing, but we're super spoiled. Nobody in this country likes to be told what to do. Nobody likes that. And people especially are like, you can't make me do anything in this country. But sometimes we can. Like if the police need you to do something, like turn around and put your hands behind your back, you don't have a choice sometimes. That's the way the world works. We don't really like that because we're all spoiled here, but that's the way it's always been. So we ask, tell, make. And when next time we see this use of force by police, we go, well, did they ask, tell, make them? And the police chief goes, well, we asked, tell, make them, so I don't know what you want. Because use of force by police never looks pretty. You see videos of cops body slamming people, or striking them, or using a baton, or tasing them, and everyone's like, oh, damn, right, all the time, because it doesn't look good. But it's a necessity sometimes to have to use violence. I hate to say it, but that's the way this world works, is that we occasionally have to use violence, sometimes against other nations that are threatening us, sometimes against people that are threatening us, and sometimes against people that are threatening the civil peace of the community. So are there some exceptions to ask, tell, make? Of course there are. Like perhaps somebody comes in with a gun. You don't have time to ask, tell, make them. And as long as the police department could articulate, we didn't have time to ask, tell, make them. They came in with a gun, so we just had to go straight to making them. Then it should be fine. But if we could all agree that I'm not advocating for violence here, and that this is actually the way it's already been, police have the right to win fights, and police have the right to win decidedly so. It doesn't have to be a fair fight. If you and a police officer square off and you raise your fists at him, he doesn't have to box you. He can get a baton, a taser, pepper spray. It's not designed to be a fair fight. If you came at the police officer with a knife, he doesn't have to get a knife out and on guard you. No, he gets to go straight to a gun. So it's already been this way. Now, if you have a problem with the way police are handling it, we can also all agree that the moment to argue that is not while you're being asked, told, make, right? The moment to argue that is we set up something afterwards where there's recourse afterwards, or there's a way you can determine whether or not the actions of the officer were appropriate, or that you could file a complaint afterwards. But we can all agree in the moment that it's ask, tell, make. And then when we see videos, we can sit with our kids and we go, well, they asked, told, make them, so it looks like when he got body slammed, he had that coming. And we just know it never looks pretty. And police chiefs can come out and say it, and departments can come out and say it, and the media can come out and say it, and they go, well, did they ask, tell, make them? We asked, told, make them. All right, well then, next time do what you're told. So let's all agree that unfortunately in this world, the police are going to have to use violence against certain people when they will not stop doing certain actions, and that's just the way it's going to be. And we all already also agree that it doesn't look good. But now we have this standard to judge. Did the officer ask, tell, make them? And if they did, you had your chance and you didn't do it. For more, head to stevewarneke.com.